Welcome into this segment of Behind the Pen presented by mostvaluablepodcast.com. If you want to listen to the full podcast, go to blogtalkradio.com/mostvaluablepodcast. Also, we're on iTunes, so check us out there as well. Thank you all for listening as always, and enjoy the show. And we're going to transition now into Super Bowl talk. Let's do it because...
Well, it's Super Bowl Lee.
Super Bowl Lee. And did you guys expect this matchup?
I did not.
I called it.
Did not. Well, wait. What, are you talking beginning of the playoffs, beginning of the season?
At any point.
No. I knew the Patriots would be here at the beginning of the playoffs. I did have them beginning of the season. So, yeah, I knew the Patriots would be here.
Yeah.
I thought the Cardinals would be here. I had
Cardinals
Patriots.
expectations really high.
I had Cardinals winning the Super Bowl. Sorry, Brian, still for that one.
I had the Falcons pretty early in the season. I had the Patriots from day one.
I thought the Panthers would be better. I thought they'd win the division again.
Yeah, but
well, hey,
this Falcons team is dynamic.
Dave Oster, killing it. And we're going to talk about this Super Bowl matchup.
It's a shame I'm not on the onside kick anymore.
So we look at this matchup, and I want to throw this question out there to you. Obviously, this is a quarterback-driven league, right? If you're going to have a good team, you're going to lead them to the promised land. I mean, look at what the matchups in the championship game. Top 4 quarterbacks in the game today arguably were in it, as well as even in the divisional round.
I mean, Brock Osweiler.
Minus Osweiler and...
Brock the cock, baby.
And Prescott. But Osweiler, Prescott, not bad. But really, the conversation is about quarterbacks. Is this a bigger game for Matt Ryan or Tom Brady? Now, this could be an obvious answer. Ricky, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to say Matt Ryan, and the reason being is it didn't hit my noodle here until it was one of those things I'm thinking, I haven't listened to The Herd in a while. Got to get my dose of Colin Cowherd because I've been off of it. But earlier this week, he said something that kind of resonated with me. And he goes, it was the Monday after the championship games, and he goes, think about this. A year ago today, we were in the same situation. Winning culture, the team that has that team where it's basically same thing. It helps when he had a dominant defense like the Broncos did, but he's basically comparing the Patriots to the Broncos. And then you look on the other side, hot shot MVP. Oh, they're going to run all over him.
Hot shot MVP. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Cam Newton was the one where he's dead.
Oh, no, I was comparing that to the man of the ice.
Well, it's one of those things where, and his point was this Falcon team, much like the Panthers, might have the same thing. People are filling your head with how good you are, how great you are. Oh, this offense, how good. And then you come out and you have a stinker because you got Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, where it's basically same thing, treating it like. And that's the thing with Tom Brady. I think he's going to come into this game, been here before, knows what to do, knows how to prep. I'm not saying Matt Ryan doesn't, but it's a bigger game for Matt Ryan because really this game it really depends like where we look in the hierarchy of quarterbacks.
You take that Joe Flacco step.
Well, it's one of the.
Oh, he's better than Flacco. Come on.
I thought about it.
Matt Ryan, I think so.
Because it's one of those things where you win
the air
one.
Quote elite with Joe Flacco.
You win one, he's elite, but then you don't win any, and you fall into the Joe Flacco. With Tom Brady, it's like you finally pass Montana, but it's bigger to me for Matt Ryan.
I agree with you, but for different reasons. Because I think Tom Brady has already cemented he's the GOAT quarterback of all time. And another championship is fantastic, and it's unprecedented already. So
7 Super Bowls.
7 Super Bowl appearances, and just fucking phenomenal run for this team. And this is the ultimately well-run organization in the NFL and in sports. It's a well-oiled machine. They're in the playoffs, I think, 11 out of 13 years, some crazy stats. You make it up, it's all there. So I think that the Patriots are just so prepped for the Super Bowl, and giving Belichick 2 weeks to prepare is really just, it's going to be very interesting because
he'll take out your number one weapon. You ain't going to be able to use him.
Well, that's the interesting thing is I don't know that you can take out, if Julio Jones is healthy, if he's 100% healthy for this game, which is at this point in time because he is still nursing himself a little bit, but if you take out Julio Jones, I still think that they're a dangerous team because Julio is a phenomenal weapon. So shutting him down, maybe get him down to 5 for 70. That may be a shutdown day.
Since 2001, sorry Dave. Since 2001, 14 divisional championships for the New England Patriots. That's 2 seasons that haven't been New England.
And what's even crazier
Tom Brady didn't play in.
Well, and what's even crazier is not Tom Brady. The play-by-play for the Patriots radio was on Dan Patrick this week, and he goes, "Yeah, I got this job 6 years ago, and this was the 6th time I have called the AFC Championship game."
Yeah.
It's like he's like it's just become a norm.
Exactly.
in
It
New
doesn't even
England.
faze him. So
And that's the thing where, I mean, everyone talks about like, oh, Bill Belichick, he's going to take out your number one weapon. And I do agree that Mohamed Sanu Sr. might be looked on a little bit more because it's like, hey, you know what? We can't go to Julio as much because they're double teaming him or they're coming up with
was it the
packages
Belichick thing where
to
you
take him
always
out.
you double their second, and then you put a guy on their first and really just force it?
The thing I'm looking at, though, is not the offense. It's the defense of the Falcons because, and this is kind of getting away from the quarterbacks, but it goes with Tom Brady. The reason why I think he's going to have so much success in this game, not only is Tom Brady, in shotgun, so it's harder to get to him, and he gets the ball out so quick. So it's really hard to get to him. You got a defense on Atlanta that's mostly rookies playing in their first
Mostly?
Super.
It's not mostly.
It's young players.
They've got 4.
That's a
four
lot for a defense.
4 who played more than 9 games, I think, this year.
But this is their first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I think on defense, you don't really have that nervousness on.
It's not nervousness. It's
you can't feel your legs.
Containing your emotions.
No, you don't see as much
It's
as like a
being
quarterback.
able to control that adrenaline, that extra adrenaline you're going to get of playing in a Super Bowl. And then what happens late in the game if you're not able to get to Tom Brady? What happens up in here?
See, I don't think they're going to have a problem getting to Tom Brady. This is one of the fastest defenses in the NFL.
Tom Brady just going to get it out quicker.
And that's the thing, Dave. I think
he just gets it out so
I think
quick.
this is going to be a heavy dose of LeGarrette Blount. And I think that's how the Patriots game plan, because this is a undersized defense that is entirely predicated on their speed and their ability to match up well on the outside with your wide receivers and using Vic Beasley everywhere on the field.
Yeah. And I really like this matchup. This is a very intriguing matchup. I'm with you, Dave. I like the Falcons. It's very hard for me to pick against Tom Brady, obviously. When I'm looking at this matchup, I'm looking at Matt Ryan, guys. Like I think this is a career-defining
MVP
ball
game.
game, and he's the MVP of the season. I mean, it's very hard to argue
that kind of
and
a
I think
game.
He's only been throwing out some stupid numbers against everybody
it's
coming.
unbelievable. And I want
Yeah.
to throw this out there. Now, you look at quarterback rating, right? QBR. Now, that's it. It's in football. See, it's different. I'm a baseball guy. You look at stats, and it's tangible. It's right there. It tells a story. In football, it's a little different because you got to look at quality of play on the field, not so much numbers. But in quarterback rating, that's another skewed stat, kind of, because you can go 3 touchdowns and an interception, but that interception really hits your quarterback rating. Anyway, what I'm getting at is all time. We look at quarterback rating. Matt Ryan's tied for 11th all time in QBR with Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins only been starter for 3 years or something like that, 2 years. Matt Ryan in his 8th year in the league, 9th year in the league, he's been absolutely dominant. He's only had 2 losing seasons. The problem is when he gets to the playoffs, he kind of underwhelming, right? And I think this is the year with the obviously dual threat at running back takes a lot of pressure off of his arm. But you have Julio Jones, Gabriel on the outside. I really, really like this Falcons team.
Yeah. They just got such a collection of weapons. And I've been like the running backs, the fact that they have the best tandem of running backs in the NFL, they're so versatile out of the backfield. And I just think that this Falcons offense is such a dynamic force that I don't even know that Belichick is going to shut them down to expected levels. I think that this is going to be a fairly high-scoring game. I think it's going to be...
Combine it with an athletic defense on Atlanta?
Oh, man.
It's not the fact that Bill Belichick is going to shut something down. It's going to be, to me, it comes down to adversity. On the defensive side, like I said, what if you're not able... You could use LeGarrette Blount. I don't care what the strategy is. Get the ball quicker or lean on the run game. You can't get to Tom Brady. What is that adversity going to do to you in that game? And on offense, it might be, okay, they're doing this and it's really throwing off our game. What are you going to have to change mid-game? Not like a huge change, but that one slight thing that we got to try and go to this. That is going to be, the Falcons are going to have to make a choice like that in this game, and it could mean either a victory or a loss.
I don't know how.
I just want it to be a close game. That's
I think
all
it's going to be a good one. I mean, yeah, it's a great point.
After watching
the playoffs
Championship
this
Sunday,
year, my goodness.
However, the one thing I will say, if you're a superstitious guy like I am a little bit, pick the Patriots, put your money on the Patriots.
Why is that?
They said on Mike and Mike today that 11 out of the last whatever Super Bowls, the winning team has worn
12.
white. And the Falcons today chose to wear red.
Except for the fact that
I wanted them to wear white. They look
However,
badass
if you
in
kept
white.
listening-
Mike Golick then
Yep.
said the last two Super Bowls in Houston, the team that
Look
wore
at
the
that.
colored jerseys won.
Look at that.
I'm
Connecting
going.
the dots.
I'm going 11's a bigger number than 2. Then.
Yeah, I'm not buying any of that. I'm still taking the Falcons.
I'll take the winning culture. That's what I'll
It's
take.
very hard to pick against
Yeah.
Tom Brady, to be honest with you.
unless
definitely
it's
is.
the Giants,
Well,
unless it's New York.
I had them in the Super Bowl.
I had them beating the Patriots in the
well,
Super
you
Bowl.
guys are wrong.
Very wrong. I was like, Atlanta, are they good? Yeah, maybe. But then, all of a sudden, they dominated throughout this playoff run. And by the way, the playoffs, guys, only 2 good games, and that came in the divisional round.
I sort of enjoyed the beatdown championship Sunday.
I did.
Both teams I wanted to win won,
yeah.
so I got a lot out of
It's
that.
like in the playoffs.
But yeah,
unle-
quality of game is
unless it's my team, it's one of those like I just want good games, and especially for the Super Bowl, I just want a good game. That's all I care about.
last year was sad.
I don't want to deal with another game like we saw
One-sided.
last
Broncos, Seahawks was sad. Panthers, Broncos was sad.
year. It's just one of those things where I'm like, give me a good game.
I think this is going to be a good
Give
game.
me a field
yeah, I mean,
goal
this should
win.
match up pretty well.
All right, so I'm taking Falcons 31-27.
Bold.
What do you think?
Is it weird that I'm like right in the same area as you? Because I almost want to say the same thing, but I'll go 37, 31
So
Falcons.
you're going with the points, okay?
I am. It's in ground and turf. Like,
So do you guys
like,
know
that
offhand
makes the biggest difference
the
for the
over under?
Falcons?
The
At 3
spread?
or 6.
It opened up at 3.
Right.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
know
3.
The point spread though, is it like 62, 61?
I have no idea what
Yeah,
the
I gotta
spread
look
is.
at that.
But I mean,
No.
even the one thing I did look for last year, the amount of close games last year in the playoff, Seattle, Minnesota, a 1-point game. We had Pittsburgh, Cincinnati was that 18-16 game. You've got Denver, Pittsburgh was 23-16, 7-point between New England, KC, 31-24 with Carolina, Seattle, 26-20 Green Bay. That one went into overtime.
That Seattle Panthers game was
And then
anyway.
20-18. I mean, Denver kind of
Yeah, all close
dominated that
games.
one throughout. It was a lot more closer games than we
course.
had this year.
So who you got?
I am actually going to hold on my prediction because I have an onside kick that I
Okay.
have to give
All
to
right,
you
that's
next week.
fair,
So I'm
fair
going to
enough.
make
I'm
them
saying.
wait. I'm going to make
Consider
them
the turf, people. That's all I'm saying. This is a quick team on turf versus the Patriots, who usually win through adversity and
I'm
element.
looking
wait. I don't
forward
know.
to it.
Tom
The
Brady,
veterans have you.
Tom Brady didn't he beat the greatest show on turf? On
Look,
turf?
Tom Brady is
On
a great
turf.
goat. I called off the bat. Tom Brady's goat. It wouldn't surprise me if the Patriots win this because of everything they've done.
Tom Brady's 39, right? He's got like 4 years left
And
in his
plus-
game.
4, nothing,
And
14.
plus, guys,
Right.
we didn't bring up the greatest Patriot of all time, Chris Hogan.
Stop.
He's going to be the
No.
star of this game, man.
It's not the greatest. Oh my God, get out of here.
Thank you guys for sticking around for this segment of Behind the Pen. If you want more Most Valuable Podcast content, click on the video up above because I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep listening to our voices every day. But again, guys, thank you all for listening. We really do appreciate you.